Hi, everybody. This is CJ Meenan. How are you, Tracy?
Well, we're still maintaining, it's still locked down, but we locked out, CJ.
That's it. That's it. As always, we are pushing forward. We are doing what entrepreneurs need to do to stay in the race, stay in the game, and stay in business. It's been a grind, right, Tracy? How you holding up?
Oh man, it's been a grind, CJ. But this is where, just like I said, man, this is where champions are made, man. It's always good when things are going well. You know, you're cruising, you're making money in the business. You know, the business is growing and scaling. But when you hit those potholes, man, and you hit those kind of lows in the business and in the climate like we're now, you have to be able to deal with it, man. You have to be able to deal with it and come out of it. So being able to maintain a good mental focus,
yes,
you know, I think it's so important. Continuing to do the things that I know I need to do, far as just sitting down and just thinking, you know. Complicating some of the things that are out here. You know, this is going to be a change in economy coming out of this.
Yes.
You know, we all know as entrepreneurs, there's going to be winners and losers coming out of this crisis. And, you know, just to sit back and think about that for a minute and see the things that are going to go away.
Yes.
I heard something on the news the other day where they said a lot of the restaurants are just not going to open back up.
Yeah. Yep.
They probably saying maybe we didn't need 100% restaurants. Maybe we only need 60%. So who gets to make those calls?
Yes.
So yeah, I think when we look at what's going on right now, and when we look at the economy and how it's shaping up and how it's going to shape up in the future, I think us as entrepreneurs, we got to stay on the cutting edge of this and make sure that we're staying mentally sharp, so that we can see the bigger picture.
That's it, Tracy, and that's the perfect lead-in for our topic today. Folks, what we want to discuss is the impact that stress has on the entrepreneurs, right? We've been talking for the past 4 or 5 episodes now on business strategies. We've been talking about the what you can do, the strategies you can take to improve your business and sustain it through tough times. We've also been talking to entrepreneurs who are implementing those strategies, and we've been getting some feedback from them on how it went. So today we want to hit the brakes a little bit and pay attention to our entrepreneurs, pay attention to us as human beings and what we're doing and how we're reacting to all this, so that we can stay the best managers and best leaders and best entrepreneurs that we need to be. Tracy, this stress, you know, look, we're not doctors. We don't pretend to be doctors, but we can share our experience as entrepreneurs about stress, right? And this is real. I know you're feeling it. I know I feel it. I know you've been implementing some great strategies about it. But let me just kick it off with saying, look, my brain starts to go into overload sometimes, right? All the moving pieces and all the moving parts that we're dealing with. And I start to feel that stress coming on. And when I do, boy, I it's almost as if I'm a different person, right? I start to, you know, get emotions. You know, people say, well, CJ, how do you know you're under stress? Well, here's how I know. First thing is those unwanted emotions, right? Next thing you know, I'm angry, I'm barking, I'm hollering at people. You don't want to know me, right? So that's one thing. Second thing is physically, I start to, you know, my body gets tense, my face tenses up. You know, my wife says she can see it in my eyes that I'm getting all stressed out. And then the other part of this, you know, some of the behaviors I'm engaging in, right? All of us, you know, they talk about that COVID, that quarantine 15, right? Well, next thing you know, I start eating like it's the end of the world, right? I just got to start snacking away all day long. I'm binge watching Netflix for 23 hours, you know? So listen, this stress is real. That's how it affects me. I know you've been dealing with it as well, Tracy. Share with us what's happening on your end.
Yeah, and I feel you, man. And kind of you go through those emotions, CJ, and you go through those different emotions that we seem to have tried to deal with, not only this crisis, but, you know, in business alone, you know, and like you said, we're not doctors.
Yeah.
We're not psychologists as far as dealing with stress, but I can say, you know, with 25 years of now being in business, 25 years of living a life in the streets under some real serious stress.
Yes.
I've learned how to deal with it over that long period of time. So being able to know to do the certain things. Like, we talk about, the human mind has between 65 and 75,000 thoughts that go through the human mind each and every day. And how do we calm that down? How do we put the brakes on some of that? Because as an entrepreneur, and this, as an entrepreneur, if the human mind is an average of 65, 75, we're probably doing about 85. 90.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, because the way our brain operates, we go through these motions and we go through these things to our minds on a constant basis because, it's all about opportunities. And the only way you're going to see those opportunities is your mind is prepared to receive them. So having that ability to do that, we know we're going to always stay under a lot of stress. We're going to always stay under a lot of pressure. And I recognize that. I recognized it over my 25-year career. So I've been blessed over the past 3 to 4 years is to learn how to slow that down through yoga, through meditation, through a very rigorous exercise program. All those things that I know that I can calm that down, that can slow that down, I try to engage with now. So doing all those things and just having that time to do it. I didn't have time to do a lot of this stuff that I'm doing now, but I have time now. So, being that we have this time in this lockout, I think us as entrepreneurs, we need to take time and step back for a minute and let's say, okay, let's take care of me. I know what's going on out in the world. I know what I need to do for my employees. I know what I need to do for my family. I know what I need to do for my community. But what do I need to do for me? And I think we all as entrepreneurs face that stress. And we need to just stop for a minute, back down and say, okay, let me concentrate on me. And I think if we can just sit still for 15, 20, 25 minutes, you'll be surprised. It can go a long way.
I agree, Tracy. And let's be clear, this is much different than what we've talked about in other episodes where we said, hey, you need to take care of your business. You need to have your plan. You need to have your action steps and all that. That's for taking care of your business. What we're talking about here is taking care of us, taking care of the entrepreneur, taking care of the entrepreneur. And I think your points on the exercise and the yoga and the just pausing, right? And doing it, a good buddy of mine calls it quiet time. He said, hey, CJ, I just need my quiet time every day. So let's talk about that, Tracy. Tracy, I saw you posted up this morning. You had just gotten out of the gym. Is that something you're doing on the regular basis now?
Every day, every day, CJ. My day starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. Typically, before the crisis, I would get up at 5 o'clock and normally I read a couple of scripture of the Bible, spend about 10, 15 minutes real quick in meditation. I would jump on the floor. I'd do a quick, half hour, 35 minutes of yoga. It's all done in an hour.
Yep.
Now with the crisis, I'm going from 5 o'clock in the morning to 8.
Yeah. Yep.
8, 9 o'clock in the morning, just in 45 minutes of reading the Bible. Because I'm doing the audio version of the Bible now. I'm actually in Kings now, so I'm doing an audio version of the Bible. Having the ability to do that now and to spend more time in meditation and spend more time in yoga. So actually, I think when I posted that post this morning, it was around 9 o'clock. I was just finishing up. Now I'm ready to get out and start my day. But yeah, so having the ability and the time to do that, I think we can all take advantage of that time and, try to spend more time just doing that, sitting alone, meditating, doing yoga, or either starting that exercise program that we say we've been wanting to start for the long. We want to start since the first of the year.
I know. I've been threatening to do that myself. Tracy, you raised the importance of scheduling this in to our day, right? It can't just be, I'll get to it when I get to it. This is something that we have to do now. This is a critical behavior that we need to incorporate into our daily routine, and we need to schedule it. So I think that's the first thing that entrepreneurs need to make sure they do. Schedule this time. Second thing is, there's stuff we can do ourselves. There's stuff we need help with. So you talk about the spiritual side of this. Look, I'm not afraid to tell everybody. I get on my knees every day and I say, dear God, please help me.
Gotta do it.
And that's just what I do for as part of what I do. And at night I say thank you. So that's a big part of this as well. We're not in this alone. We don't have to think we're in it alone. So whatever higher power or spirit of the universe or God that you connect with, now's the time to strengthen that connection as well. And so I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
What else are you doing, Tracy? You mentioned the exercise and the physical stuff, the meditation. What else is on your self-care list?
Well, last time we talked, CJ, I was rounding out about the payroll protection program, and how it was the biggest money grab in history. So as you know, did have my application in. We did not get funding on the first round, but we did get blessed, and looked in my account on Thursday, and I seen about 5 more zeros in there that I didn't have in there before, and it was good. So it was good to get that money in. Like I said, even though we only reduced our staff by 50%, this will enable us to hire that back starting on Monday. So we got some folks coming back on Monday to begin back to work. And, my whole thing is, it's never always been about me, CJ. It's always about my employees and the things that we do as a group. And so it feels good to be able to get them back, get those folks back working, and be able to have some money to see our way for at least the next couple of months and see what happens.
Excellent. So that's our next point, entrepreneurs, is celebrate the successes. Tracy just highlighted one of the successes that they're having right now, and get those folks back on Monday, get that extra cash flow in the bank account and celebrate that. There are some good things happening. We need to acknowledge that as well.
Absolutely.
For me, on my end, Tracy, I know, I call it the 2 H's, right? I try to do something healthy. You're a big proponent of this diet thing. You got me on it. So I've been trying to watch what I eat and eat foods that are a little healthier for me and stay away from the snacks and the nonsense. So I've been doing that. I've been trying to do the healthy side of thing. The other big help for me is being helpful to others, right? So in the morning, I try to do something healthy for myself, and I try to do something helpful for somebody else. And then after lunch, I try to make sure I do the same thing. So I try to get 4 things in every day that are healthy for me and helpful for somebody else. And I can't explain this stuff, Tracy, but somehow that helps, reposition my brain and get me into a stronger, happier, more positive space than if I'm just sitting around worried about what's going to go wrong.
No, I really believe, CJ, and it's something that I've been preaching for a while now. I believe what we throw into the universe is what we get back.
Yep.
If you throw those positive vibes, you throw those things that you do helping other folks along in their business and get to where they want to be, the universe always repays that, and you're just paying it forward. So it definitely comes back to you. It comes back to me. I've recognized that my whole 25 years that I've been in business. And that's why I think I've been, quite successful, over those 25 years, is because I've lived by those principles that whatever we throw in the universe, it comes back to us. It could be bad and it could be good. And I just believe in throwing good things out there.
I agree. Tracy, we were talking before the episode, and you were really speaking strongly about staying positive. Talk to that before we have to sign off here.
Yeah, you got to stay positive, man. And what I've learned, and this is, back to my faith, is that, there's a difference between joy and happiness.
Yep.
Happiness depends on you being happy at that time.
Yep.
Joy is something where you can be happy and be joyful in any situation. And I think I've learned that over my journey in my Christian faith, is that no matter what comes and what happens, I can find positive and I can find joy in any situation. So even in this crisis, even in this pandemic, even in this situation of uncertainty, I think I can still find joy and peace of mind and comfort, knowing that, I've been through a lot of things before, CJ, and I've always come through. So being that and knowing that we've always come through and that we're still here and we still got another shot of it, I think that makes all the difference in the world. So staying positive, folks, especially as entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Those who are out here on the cutting edge of making things happen, we have to stay positive. And we always got to know that negative things and things do happen. They're going to happen. They always do happen. But they only are there to happen to make us stronger.
Excellent. So, folks, that's it. Stay positive is our final message for today. The other thing to close on, Tracy, is the power of reaching out to another entrepreneur, right? Thank goodness I have you that I can reach out to and connect with and talk these things through. So folks, in that vein, if you want to reach out to other entrepreneurs, check us out on our Facebook page at Street Startups. We're always happy to talk and answer questions in those chats.
Yeah.
So please connect with us. You can also check us out at streetstartupsthepodcast.com. Until next episode, we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.